Hello and welcome to 18GB Media Spotlight. Today, the spotlight is on sleep. We'll tell you the importance and benefits of sleep, what happens when we don't sleep enough, and finally, how to get a good night's sleep. So, let's dive in. Most of us thought that if we cut down on our sleep and work or study more instead, we will be better off. But that doesn't seem to be the case. In just 2 generations, we have lost 90 minutes of sleep each night. Sleep is not an indulgence. We spend 36% or over 1/3 of our lives on sleep. So, if we live up to 90 years, we would have normally spent 32 years sleeping. Sleep is not a loss or waste of time, or just a way to rest when all our important work is done. It's an important part of our biology. It's during sleep that our body balances and regulates its vital systems, affecting respiration and everything from circulation to growth and immune response. It is an intensively active period of restructuring that's crucial for how our memory works. Another very important function that happens during sleep is the cleansing of the brain. During our waking hours, our cells are busy using up our day's energy sources, which get broken down into various byproducts. It's only when we fall into deep sleep, the cerebrospinal fluid is released, washing over the neurons, clearing away the waste that's collected during the wake hours. The deeper you sleep, the longer you sleep, the better you clean the brain. The interesting thing here is that the scientists found that the waste being washed away was the amyloid beta protein. Its accumulation is directly associated with the development of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's has affected over 500 million people worldwide. So, apart from protecting you from a whole lot of illnesses, helping you learn and retain information, enhancing your creativity, a good sleep will also better your concentration, attention, and decision-making skills. It also decreases mood changes, stress, anger, impulsiveness, and your tendency to smoke and drink. Now, as to what happens when we don't get enough sleep. In 1965, 17-year-old Randy Gardner tried an experiment by staying awake for 264 hours or 11 days. What happened? On day 2, he couldn't focus his eyes. 3rd day, he was moody and uncoordinated. By the end of the experiment, he was struggling to concentrate, had trouble with short-term memory, became paranoid, and started hallucinating. He recovered without much damage. But losing shut-eye can result in hormonal imbalance, illnesses, and in worst cases, death. An average adult requires 7 to 8 hours of sleep, while adolescence requires 10 hours. When we lose sleep, it affects our learning, memory, mood, and can cause inflammation, hallucination, high blood pressure, and is also linked to diabetes and obesity. This is because sleep loss also seems to give rise to the release of the hormone ghrelin, the hunger hormone. So our brain seeks out carbohydrates. Chronically sleeping fewer than 6 hours a night increases stroke risk by 4.5 times compared to those getting a consistent 7 to 8 hours of shut-eye every night. And now, let me give you some tips on how to sleep better. Regularity is the key. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Yes, even on weekdays. Darkness. Dim the light, Reduce the room temperature. Decrease any kind of stimulation. No screens or TV or phone. Instead, read a book, take a bath, calm down. Here, I would like to add the importance of darkness. Melatonin is the hormone that induces sleep. It is produced naturally in the brain, but it is sensitive to light. Even a 1 to 2 lux light can reduce the melatonin secretion by 10% and affects our sleep quality. That is why it is important to avoid screen at least 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. And if you must use your phone, use the night shift mode, the dark mode. It's always good to turn down the brightness of your screens. Next, create a routine, a wind down routine. We can't force ourselves to sleep, but we can train our brain to know when to sleep. It should be a consistent routine, like taking a snack, getting into your pajamas, brushing, praying, read a book, whatever you feel like doing. Just unwind. Another thing to keep in mind is to not stay awake in bed for a long period of time. If you're not able to sleep, get up and do something, and return only when you feel sleepy. Your brain should associate bed with only sleep. So if you're staying awake for more than 20 minutes, get up and do something else. This is also the reason why you shouldn't be watching TV or using your laptop while you are on your bed. Avoid caffeine intake at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime. Also, avoid alcohol. Alcohol doesn't give you a good sleep. It sedates you and interferes with your brain's ability to sleep well and repair itself. Sleeping on high glucose level also deteriorates the quality of sleep. And last of all, a healthy lifestyle, which includes a healthy diet and good exercise, will help you with a good night's sleep. That's all we have today. Have a good sleep.